A very pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hometown Cable's coverage of Section 7 high school playoff hockey tonight from the Stafford Arena in Plattsburgh. The Plattsburgh High School Hornets host the Northeastern Clinton Cougars. I'm Rick Knowles. Rob Knowles joins me on tonight's broadcast. Rob getting some last-minute things straightened out off to my right. Rob, they're announcing the lineup for Plattsburgh High School right now. These two teams met once earlier in the season. Plattsburgh came out on top by, I believe, a score of 7-4. So you would have to say that Plattsburgh comes in as the favorite in tonight's game. But once again, when playoff hockey rolls around, anything can happen.
Well, the Champlain Valley Athletic Conference has been that way as well, Rick. Northeastern Clinton tied the team that ended up finishing first in the CVAC in Saranac Lake. And this has been a kind of year where on any given night, any team can win against any other team in the league. And, I think that is certainly the case again tonight. If Northeastern comes out and gets an outstanding game from their goalie, Roy Mitchell, they're going to be right in this hockey game. But certainly I think Mitchell is going to be the key tonight for Northeastern.
Well, before we get ready to drop the puck and begin play in this quarterfinal game, let's enjoy the anthem from here at the Stafford Ice Arena in Plattsburgh. Bob Zuckerman, Mike Legree in the striped shirts for tonight's game. And Rob, as you mentioned, this has pretty much been a season in the Champlain Valley Athletic Conference. Saranac Lake, the number one seed, but seeds 2 through 8 were just about a scramble for positions going down to the final weekend of play.
Well, Plattsburgh High School, we talked about certainly a strength for Northeastern Clinton and goalie Roy Mitchell. For Plattsburgh High School, the line that will start for them tonight has been by far their key line of the season. Trevor Waite, Ian Stanton, Jamie Briette, all three of those players have scored 100 points in their career. As a matter of fact, Trevor Waite is the all-time points leader at Plattsburgh High School. He'll wear number 7 and be a player to watch tonight. That line is going to have to produce, and basically if they can, then certainly NCCS is going to have a tough time hanging around in this hockey game. But it's going to be important for NCCS to get off to a good start. The first 5 minutes of the hockey game, they want to certainly get into the flow of the game, not give up any early goals, and again, rely on their excellent goaltender in Roy Mitchell, who certainly has the ability to keep Northeastern Clinton in any hockey game that they play.
And Plattsburgh has been a team this year that is sometimes has turned in an absolutely outstanding effort, but on the same time against a lesser caliber team has really not shown up 100% to play.
Well, it's been the kind of season that for every team in the CVAC, there's been one of those nights. And when I say that, I mean a night where they really haven't played to their potential. So if that happens, Plattsburgh High School not at their maximum level of play, again, Northeastern Clinton could win this game.
Off the face-off, the Cougars try and dump it into the Hornet zone. Taken there by Ryan Casey of the Cougars. He's checked down in the corner, picked up behind the net by Trevor Waite. Waite moves it up to center, fans on a pass over intended for the left winger, Ian Stanton. Waite picks it back up, throws it in front, a bit too far for Jamie Briette. Cougars clear it out to center. Rayville plays it over to the near side for Padula. He's tied up by Ryan Casey. They battle for it in front of the Hornet bench. Kept in at the point by Kyle Cartier. And Stedman makes the easy save, throws it into the corner where Rayville will try and bring it out to center. In across the blue line, takes it inside the face-off circle, looks to center in front. Waite kicks it forward. Now the puck ends up behind the net, and we're going to get a whistle.
I think we got an interference penalty coming up on Northeastern Clinton, something that they're going to want to avoid because Plattsburgh High School, with those skilled players on that line, they have an excellent power play, and they're going to want to stay out of the penalty box certainly in this game. And also we saw early on in the first shift, Rick, Plattsburgh High School come down the ice with a 3-on-2 that eventually developed into a 2-on-1, and especially against that weight line, you're going to want to avoid the odd man rushes. So Northeastern's going to want to make sure that they keep a third man back so that they don't give up those 3-on-2s and the 2-on-1s.
Sean Casey gets the hitting from behind penalty. So just 58 seconds into the hockey game, Plattsburgh will have their first power play opportunity. Face-off comes to the right of Mitchell, and it's controlled by the Hornets. Stanton with the puck. Looks near side for Waite. Waite moves in. Dishes off. Shot saved by Mitchell. Big save in front.
2 saves by Roy Mitchell on Jason McCarty. McCarty point blank, banging at the puck twice, and Mitchell up to the task.
Dumped in by Waite. Goes off the skate of Stanton and cleared down to the Hornet zone. Chris Ravel on it for Plattsburgh. Played up to center. Went off the stick of McCarty. Dumped back into the Plattsburgh zone. 50 seconds remaining in the Plattsburgh power play. Scoreless. Quarterfinal action in the Section 7 high school hockey playoffs. Here comes Waite. Moves inside the faceoff circle. Takes it in front. Shot saved. Mitch rebound. Is shot over the net by Briette. Puck loose in front. They continue to bang at it, and we get a whistle. And again, Mitchell has come up real big. 3 saves in a key 5 or 6 second span there in front of the net.
Now, the key to that is excellent positioning on the part of Roy Mitchell as he is scrambling to make sure his body's in front of the puck. And the Hornet players have not been able to get the puck up into the top shelf. Really, that's the place that when you're in tight, very difficult to get the puck under the crossbar, and that's the only spot that they had open to score there.
Face-off will be at Mitchell's left. Off the draw, the Hornets control it. Briette dropped it back for Rayville. Briette now throws over to the far side. Waite, top of the face-off circle. Shot went wide. Kept in by Rayville. Now it's played out to center by Jamie Gadway.
Certainly we saw in that power play, Rick, the shot missed wide, and that puts a lot of pressure on the opposite side point man and allowed Northeastern to clear the zone.
Rayville couldn't play it. Now Ryan Casey tries to throw it back in, but Rayville picks it up. And a nice play by Casey to poke it away from Rayville, who was trying to break out of the zone. 5 seconds left on the Cougar penalty. And they send it down into the Hornet zone where it's picked up by Brett Poirier, and that will kill the penalty. So a good job of penalty killing by the Northeastern Cougars keeps this a scoreless game. Puck comes loose. Here's Waite with a shot. That's deflected wide.
Plattsburgh has 6 guys on the ice.
Now the referees come up with the hands. Shot is blocked. Now played in front. A glove save by Stedman. But the Hornets are going to get caught with too many men on the ice.
Rick, you're going to call the names of number 7, Trevor Waite, Ian Stanton, number 8, and Jamie Briette, number 17, an awful lot. Their first shift, 2.5 minutes. And, in a 3-period hockey game, 2.5-minute shift to start the game puts a lot of pressure on those players, and certainly they're used to it. They've been doing that a lot throughout the season. But they will log a lot of ice time, and you'll be mentioning those 3 names a lot for Plattsburgh High School. And again, a great start by Roy Mitchell. When you're a goaltender, you want to feel the puck early, and he certainly has, coming up very big for Northeastern Clinton, who ended up killing that power play for the Hornets quite nicely, and now they go on the power play of their own.
Jamie Gadway takes the face-off for the Cougars. They tie it up. Puck comes in behind the Hornet net. Jeanette tried to center it. Comes back to the point, but that came outside the zone, and they'll face it off as the Cougars are called for the offside. 1 minute, 18 seconds remaining in Northeastern's first power play of the game. 11:57 in the first period. We are scoreless. Gadway takes the draw against Stanton. Draw comes loose into the Hornet zone. It'll be picked up there by Padula. Plays it out to center. Now here come the Hornets on the attack. Lynch moves in. 1 man with him. Padula couldn't get off a shot, or Stanton rather couldn't get the shot off. Here come the Cougars back with a 3-on-2. Nice hustle from Ian Stanton to get back and break up that 3-on-2 opportunity. Cougars control it. They look to center. The pass was behind the on-rushing forward. And that allows the Hornets to bring it back into the Cougar zone. Lynch stood up on a nice hit. John Southwick stood Lynch up at the top of the faceoff circle. 40 seconds remaining in the Cougar power play. Puck sent down ice. Went off the stick of Southwick. He'll pick it up behind the Cougar net. Southwick, pass up to center for Gadway. His pass goes off the skate of Casey. Ryan Casey chases after it. He'll throw it into the corner where Jeanette picks it up for the Cougars. Throws it back to the point. Now they throw it back in behind the net. Gadway waiting there, looks to center. Got somebody in front, can't get him the puck. Nice job being tied up on the play by David Capita. 2 seconds remaining in the penalty. Now we're back at full strength. There's a shot that goes wide off the stick of Kyle Hicks. Now here comes Plattsburgh with a 3-on-2 opportunity. Passes a bit too far for Stanton. He'll pick it up in the corner, trying to throw it back to the point. Stanton gets it back. Circles, looks for someone in front. Backhander, man, wide open is Wade. Can he get the shot off? No. Puck still loose, and Mitchell able to come out with a mitt and cover it up.
Northeastern Clinton forwards were a little bit tired after spending a minute and a half on a power play. Not a very good back check that time, which allowed the Hornets to develop a 3-on-2 that lasted for some time before finally the defenseman got some help. But an excellent job by the Northeastern Clinton defense. We saw John Southwick with a real big hit on Ryan Lynch as he tried to carry the puck across the blue line. Always a dangerous move, and Southwick leveled Lynch at the blue line. So Northeastern, we talked about, Rick, the first 5 minutes, making sure that they stay in this game, and certainly they have.
6-2 shot on goal advantage in the first 5 minutes of the game for the Hornets. Puck loose in the Cougar zone. Here comes Eric LeBlanc. Got the puck over to Jeanette at center. He's checked from behind by McCarty. And now the Hornets have it. Played up across the blue line. Rossoff lost control of it. The puck trickles back into Stedman. And he'll cover up.
Certainly a couple of key players to keep an eye on for Northeastern Clinton. Number 2, Jamie Gadway, has been an excellent player, senior player for Northeastern. He's been an outstanding forward throughout the season. He'll be a player to watch. We talked about Southwick. He was on defense earlier, killing a penalty, and now we see him out centering this line, and he certainly is an excellent, aggressive forward defenseman wherever Coach Francis puts him.
Face-off will be at the left of Stedman. Hornets get the draw, play it out to center, where Manette throws it back in. Back out to center and dumped into the Cougar zone. Mitchell comes out of the net to leave it for Manette. Manette plays it off the boards near side, intercepted by the Hornets. Manette gets it back, played it out, puck goes in, and a shot off the stick of McCarty. Mitchell made the easy save. The Cougars having a hard time clearing the puck, and that's given Plattsburgh a couple of scoring opportunities in the last minute or so. Cougars still having a hard time clearing it. Now the puck comes onto the stick of Southwick, and he plays it to center over to the far side. Went over to the stick of Cologne, and the Hornets get it back. Cougars dump it into the Plattsburgh zone. Circling behind his own net will be Padula. Plays it over to the near side, off the boards, where Briette tries to pick it up. Kept in at the point, and Manette throws it behind the Hornet net. Picked up there by Padula. Played off the boards. Cougars keep it and throw it right back in.
Plays a little bit ragged right now, Rick. Neither team seems to be real crisp with their passing. Both teams struggling moving the puck.
If anything, in this early going, it looks as though both teams are tired already.
Well, again, it might be a case of the nerves. When you get to playoff time, you're playing for your life with these games. You lose, and your season's over with.
Cougars play it down into the Hornet zone. Both teams in the middle of line changes. 8 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first period. Waite's got some open ice, gets around one man, moves in on net, backhander, and Mitchell with a big save. The rebound, he stops Briette as well. It's been the Roy Mitchell show so far in this contest, Rob.
Well, it's going to have to be throughout this game. Again, this top line for the Hornets, very difficult, probably the best line in the CVAC. And certainly Northeastern Clinton's going to have to do a better job trying to defense this line.
Waite with the puck for the Hornets, plays it over to the near side. Purrier's pass intercepted at center. Gadway in across the blue line. Tries to get around. Purrier couldn't do it. Waite picks up the puck for Plattsburgh. 7.5 remaining in the first period. Waits pass for Stanton. Stanton moves in on net, gets open in front. Waits takes the shot. And Mitchell with an outstanding glove save. Holy cow, how did he stop it?
Well, from Ian Stanton's standpoint, he did absolutely everything right except finish. Held on to the puck, got Mitchell to commit, got him down on the ice, and then tried to get the puck upstairs. And Mitchell somehow jumps at the puck and right into his glove. A great save by Roy Mitchell, and that's about the fourth or fifth great save that we've seen already, and we're just halfway through the first period.
Is he on your baseball team in Northeastern?
No.
There's a first baseman for you with scoops like that. Off the faceoff, comes back to the point, played into the corner. Shot, score off the rebound! Went off the backboards, puck came loose in front, and the Hornets get a 1-0 lead.
A nice passing play out in front, and no time for Mitchell to react on that one. Give him time, and he'll often take care of the shooter, but you make a play around the net, and that's one way to beat an outstanding hot goaltender, making a play around the goal, and that's exactly what Plattsburgh High School did on that one.
We'll wait for the official announcement on the goal. Comes at 7 minutes and 39 seconds of the first period, and it puts the Hornets on top. McCarty gets credit for the goal, with the assists going to Braden Brown and Dave Capita. So McCarty from Brown and Capita puts Plattsburgh on top 1-0. Giveaway in their own zone, and Stedman had to make a nice save. Cougars look to control it. Puck now taken away and played out to center. Brown comes in with it. Got a man in front. Nice defensive play as Rabideau was not allowed to get his stick on the puck in front of the net. Puck loose behind the Cougar net. Rabideau looks to center, broken up by the Cougars. Where LeBlanc has it. Pass near side, tried to find John Southwick, but it was broken up, and the puck ends up in the Hornet bench with 6:20 remaining in the first period, and the Hornets on top 1-0.
So the wings on the Plattsburgh High School third line that time. First time we've seen their third line in this game. The normal center of that line, Kelly Longshore, a scratch. He's out with the flu. And that led to Jason McCarty, who centers the second line, number 22 for Plattsburgh High School, playing between the two wings. Now back with the weight line with Briette and Stanton out there. And it looks like Coach Francis is going to go with Gadway, Casey, and Gadway to go against them.
Off the draw, puck comes into the Cougar zone. Northeastern looks to clear, kept in at the point by Rayville. His shot went wide. It was a good screen in front of Mitchell. He never saw it. It's a good thing for Northeastern that the shot did end up going wide. Now back to the near point. Padula's shot blocked in front. Stanton tries to pick it up, throws it into the corner for Waite. Waite tried to find Briette in the middle. It's broken up by Northeastern. Giveaway, Stanton intercepts it, takes it to the net, looks for a man in front. It's got Waite there. Mitchell makes the save and covers up once again.
Costly turnover as Northeastern Clinton looked to break out of their zone. You have to be very careful if you're going to try to move the puck into the middle of the rink or across the ice. And Plattsburgh High School was right there to pick it off, and they got a couple of good shots off of that turnover.
Just 9 minutes and 21 seconds into the game, Plattsburgh with a commanding 12-3 lead in the shots on goal category. Off the draw, played into the far corner by Darren Boyson. Cougars get it now out to center. Here's Ryan Casey and across the Hornet blue line. Casey takes a shot, and Stedman just got a piece of it. Puck loose on the far side, kept in, shot just wide. Hustling over to try and keep it in, but he can't do it, was Keenan Manette. Manette now runs into Waite. Puck comes free to Stanton. Far side, Briette. He had it taken away. Here comes Jamie Gadway. He lost the puck. Hornets look to dump it into the Cougar zone. Manette will pick it up behind his own net. Briette skates after him. Cougars get it to center. Here's Gadway. He's got Casey on his left. Gadway shot and a save by Stedman. 4:45 to go, first period. Hornets 1, Cougars nothing. Pass up ice for Stanton and across the blue line all alone, and Mitchell, big save again. Skate save by Mitchell. Rob Stanton. Stanton again, shot, score. He beat him glove side up high.
Well, Stanton used a great change of speed to get around the Northeastern Clinton defenseman. Mitchell was up to the task on the first chance where he was in alone. Stanton picked up the rebound off the shot, circled back out to the slot, and roofed it right underneath the crossbar. And certainly a great shot by Ian Stanton and Roy Mitchell. Again, we see him make one great save, but just too many opportunities for the Hornets.
2-0 Plattsburgh. The goal comes at 10 minutes and 28 seconds. Stanton will get credit for the goal. Unassisted. 2-0 Plattsburgh. Here comes Rayville. Tried to find a man open in front, but McCarty couldn't get a stick on it. Played back to the near point. Purrier's shot was blocked. They chased it for it in the near corner. Rossoff threw it in front. That was broken up. Now they battle behind the net. McCarty looks to center, intercepted by the Cougars, and they still have a hard time clearing. Now here comes LeBlanc at center. He will dump it into the Hornet zone, where Purrier circles behind his own net. Plays it off the boards. Nice job keeping it at the point by Cartier. He lost it. And Purrier comes back with it. Poke checked away by Southwick. Puck loose at center. Dumped back in by Purrier. Mitchell leaves it behind his net. Cartier with it for the Cougars. Plays it off the boards, but right onto the stick of Purrier. Again, Cougars having a hard time clearing the puck out of their own zone. Rossoff drops it back for Purrier. Deflected in front. Mitchell got a piece of it right at the last minute. Puck still loose on the near side. Nice deflection in front by Jason McCarty. Almost managed to get it by Mitchell, but just at the last second, Rob, he was able to get a hand on it. Cross-ice pass goes off the stick of Ryan Lynch. Cougars play it off the boards behind their own net. Southwick lost it. Played now over to the far side by Casey. Goes off the skate of the referee, where the Cougars pick it up in front of their own net. Up ice pass for Southwick. He moves in across the blue line. Beats one man. Takes a shot that's deflected high and wide. Now Rabideau with it for the Hornets. Plays it over to the far side. And the Hornets content to just dump it into the Cougar zone. 2 minutes, 35 seconds remaining. Opening period. Hornets 2, Cougars nothing. They're out shooting Northeastern 16-5. In behind the Hornet net, Padula plays it up ice, where it's taken by Manette, dumped back in. Gadway with a shot. That's deflected high and out of play. So 2:18 to go in the first period. Northeastern trying to get something going and go into the breakdown just one.
Well, certainly the line that they're going to want to do that against, the second and third lines when Plattsburgh High School is out there, I think that's when Northeastern Clinton's going to really try to generate some scoring opportunities and get something going offensively. And when this line is out for Plattsburgh High School that we see now, that's when you really want to anchor down your defensive zone and try to limit the number of opportunities that this line gets.
And this line of Waite and Stanton and Briette have easily had 80% of the Hornets scoring opportunities in the game so far.
And of the 16 shots, realistically, this is a 2-0 game that could be 5 or 6-0.
Puck loose behind the Hornet net. Briette tried to find Waite in front, but he fanned on it. Puck comes loose. Gadway shot! Stedman may have got a piece of it with a glove. Now here's Briette. Looks for Waite in front. Waite was tied up in front by Gadway. Hornets control it. Briette, nice defensive play to poke it away from Stanton. 1:35 to go in the first. 2-0 Hornets. Quarterfinal action of the Section 7 high school hockey playoffs. There's a shot. Stedman makes a save as Ryan Casey got off the quick one-timer from a feed behind the net.
And Joe Stedman has been like the Maytag repairman for the better part of this period, and certainly if you can get some shots his way, goalies, any goalie will tell you that the more rubber they see, the better they feel, and sometimes they get a little lackadaisical, and you might sneak one by them. Northeastern Clinton with a good idea to get the puck to the net there.
.88 seconds time remaining here in the first period. Face off to Stedman's left. Gadway and Waite on the draw. Cougars win it. Shot from the point. Stedman makes the save. Puck bounces loose into the corner. Picked up there by the Hornets and played down ice by Purrier. Icing is waved off as it went right onto the goaltender Mitchell. Stanton couldn't keep it in, and Gadway breaks out with it for the Cougars. Gadway takes it into the corner, ridden off the puck, played back out, and down ice by Purrier. Keenan Manette on the puck for the Cougars. He puts it right onto the stick of Stanton. Stanton circles, loses it. Now they fight for it in front. That was Briette who tried to find McCarty breaking in. Mitchell makes a stick save. Puck goes free into the far corner. Stanton with it in front, throws it wide. Briette picks it up, looks for a man in front. It's got Stanton there. Puck loose. Cougars tie it up, and they don't get off the shot. Puck played out to center. 30 seconds to go in the first period. Chris Rayville on it for Plattsburgh. Backhanded it out to center. Cougars pick it up there. Jamie Gadway drops it back where Sean Casey plays it, and it ends up in the Cougar bench with 15.9 seconds to go in the first period, where Roy Mitchell has absolutely stood on his head for Northeastern.
Yeah, the good news is that it's only 2-0, and from a Northeastern Clinton standpoint, a lot of hockey game to go, and you want to get the puck to the net as much as possible, and that's what they seemed to do last shift, and they want to keep doing that. Get the puck to the net, and who knows, you get a redirect or a good scoring opportunity, cut this game to a 1-goal deficit, and strange things happen.
Puck loose in the Cougar zone, where it's picked up by Cartier. He's ridden into the boards. 5 seconds to go. McCarty trying to jam it free and find someone in front, but he will run out of time as the first period comes to a close. Shots on goal in the first period, 17-5. Plattsburgh. But on the scoreboard, it's the Hornets 2 and the Cougars nothing. You're watching Section 7 High School quarterfinal action on Hometown Cable. Back at the Stafford Ice Arena in Plattsburgh, getting ready for second period action. Rick Knowles and Rob Knowles for Hometown Cable. Spencer Graves on stats, the stat man. And of course, the executive producer, director, and cameraman for Hometown Cable, the great Calvin T. Castine. 2-0 Hornets as we start the second period, and the Hornets quickly on the attack. Shot from Stanton. Mitchell made the easy save. Puck comes loose into the corner. They tried to find Waite in front. Puck comes out to the blue line. Rayville plays it into the corner, but it's blocked and played out to center by Casey. Capita dumps it into the Cougar zone. They took a run at Mitchell at Stanton. It's a 3-on-1. Stanton, dipsy doodle, and Mitchell with another glove save. That is twice. Stanton has put a couple of moves on Mitchell, and he's hung with him and made the great glove save.
Well, Stanton again showing good patience, but not able to beat Mitchell up high as the glove was there and he was able to make the save. But again, a turnover at center ice leads to a 3-on-1 for Plattsburgh High School, and when you've got Waite, Stanton, and Briette on a 3-on-1, that spells trouble.
Puck loose in behind the Cougar net. They get it out to Waite, and he one-times it over the left shoulder of Mitchell. And quickly into the second period, it's 3-0 Hornets.
Good movement off the faceoff by Plattsburgh High School as the puck went down below the goal line. Stanton quickly moves the puck out in front to Waite, who one-times it into the top corner above Roy Mitchell's glove side. 3-0 Plattsburgh.
Well, before you have a chance to give us the scoring recap in the first period, we've already got a goal in the second period. So why don't you give us the scoring recap from that first period?
Well, the first period, Plattsburgh High School got on the scoreboard 7 minutes and 39 seconds into the period on a goal by Jason McCarty. Ian Stanton then scored unassisted at 10:25 of the first. We went into the period, actually after the first period, with a score of 2-0. And Plattsburgh High School has come out flying here in the second with a quick goal. Great start for the Hornets.
Cougars with it in the Hornet zone. Goes off the side of the net. Puck deflects right back to the Hornets. Giveaway in front. Stedman had a hard time on that easy shot off the stick of James Jeanette. They tie it up in front of the Cougar bench. LeBlanc tried to play it in front, taken there by the Hornets. Brett Purrier plays it out to center. Lynch had it taken away, comes back onto the stick of McCarty. McCarty goes right side. Lynch chases after it into the corner, takes it behind the net, circles in front, stops, still controls it. Lynch with the puck. Had it poked checked away by Keenan Manette. They try to center it, and here come the Cougars. Going to be a 1-on-4, though. And LeBlanc dumped it in. Stedman had trouble with it, and I think we're going to get a penalty out of it. It was a 1-on-4. LeBlanc in basically against the entire Hornet team that was on the ice, and he was able to draw a penalty.
Yeah, nice work by Eric LeBlanc as Ryan Lynch is going to go to the box and serve a minute and a half. He's got a hooking penalty, but a nice play by Eric LeBlanc to try to keep moving with the puck into the offensive zone. And anytime you can draw a penalty in that kind of situation where you're down in numbers, nice play.
So face-off will be deep in Hornet territory to the left of Joe Stedman. Off the draw, the Hornets control it. Stanton plays it out. Hicks could not keep it into the blue line. Here's Waite with a shorthanded opportunity. Centers it, but Hicks right there for Northeastern. He had it poke checked away. And Casey plays it to center. Here comes Gadway in behind the Hornet net. Gadway tried to find Casey, but it was poke checked away. Waite ties it up in the corner. Reinforcements come in. Puck comes free behind the net. Rayville after it. Now Gadway gets it for the Cougars back to the far point. Casey back in for Gadway, intercepted and sent down ice by the Rayville.
You can just see some of the frustration starting to mount on the part of some of the Northeastern Clinton players. They certainly are going to have to focus and keep working hard if they're going to hang around in this hockey game. Again, a lot of game left to play.
Puck dumped into the Hornet zone. Stanton picks it up for Plattsburgh. Plays it out to center. 30 seconds remaining in the Cougar power play. Sean Casey. No, not the guy from the Cincinnati Reds, but the guy from the Northeastern Cougars. Giveaway shot. Mitchell makes a juggling save off the stick of Jamie Briette. So Mitchell certainly wasn't expecting one there, but he was able to come up with a nice save.
Sean Casey made a nice play out at center ice. There was a puck that was lobbed out of the Plattsburgh High School zone, and Casey had to play the puck with his hand, get it down to his stick, and then move the puck. And that is always a difficult play for a defenseman, especially when you have an on-rushing forward. Yet he was able to get the puck down to his stick and then move the puck forward and not turn it over. Nice play.
19 seconds remaining in the power play for Northeastern. 12:01 in the second. It's 3-0 Hornets. Off the draw, the Hornets look to control it. Briette dumps it in for McCarty. He is tied up in the far boards. Puck now comes free behind the net. And Briette takes it over to the near side. 3 seconds to go on the power play. And now the Hornets back at full strength as Lynch hits the ice. Lynch couldn't control it at center, and now the Hornets come in and they are offside as down deep into the Northeastern territory was Jamie Briette, who was slow to get up.
Briette was trying to tie the puck up, finishing off the last few seconds on the Lynch penalty. And a couple of Northeastern Clinton players were down there checking him, and he was slow to get up. And in addition to being offside, I think referee Zuckerman blew it to make sure he was okay. But it looks like he's going to be fine, and he's at the end of the PHS bench.
Hornet trainer Mark Donnelly working his way down to the far end of the bench to take a look at Jamie Briette. Off the faceoff, Hornets control it at center ice. Sandwick dumped it into the Cougar zone. James Jeanette plays it out to center. Pass was too far for Eric LeBlanc, and we'll have an icing call.
Eric LeBlanc's only shortcoming, Rick, is he's a New York Rangers fan. With Theo Fleury, Eric Lindros, Barnaby on the same team, I don't know how anyone could root for the Rangers.
You're forgetting the great Sandy McCarthy as well.
Well, probably the best fighter in the NHL, but nonetheless, they just have virtually every bad citizen in the NHL on that team, yet he still roots for the Rangers.
He's probably a Yankee fan, too. Off the faceoff, Hornets look to control it. That pass intercepted by Kyle Gadway, plays it quickly out to center where Ryan Casey takes it across the blue line. He has stood up as the puck played in by Capita. Kept in at the point by Sean Casey. Behind the net, Gadway looks to center, takes the backhander, but that was blocked. Casey Rabideau was able to block the backhanded effort by Jamie Gadway. Here comes Sandwick in on net. Backhander. Mitchell makes an easy save and covers up with 10:43 to go in period number 2, and the Hornets on top by 3.
A good pressure that time from Northeastern Clinton as they were able to move the puck in the offensive zone, a couple of passes, and not able to get a shot on goal, but nonetheless good pressure and good puck movement. Sarah Sandwick, number 2 on the ice for Plattsburgh, just had that last opportunity and got the backhand to the goal, but Roy Mitchell was able to make the easy save.
Face-off will be at Mitchell's right. Off the draw. Stanton lost it, and it's played out to center by the Cougars. Casey, backhander. Gadway got a man open in front. Can't get it to him as Rayville makes a nice defensive play. Puck comes loose behind the Hornet net over to the far side where Rayville skates it up ice. Rayville out to center. Brings it into the Cougar line. Had it poked, checked away. And Waite has it now for the Hornets. For Stanton. At center ice, Stanton gets the feed back to Waite, but it's broken up. A battle for the corner. Cartier and Waite. Cartier plays it up to center ice where Ryan Casey moves up, loses it. Stolen away by Gadway. Gadway tries to move in, but he stood up and knocked down. We're going to have a penalty on the play. Gadway was taken down, and Northeastern will have another power play opportunity, Rob, to try and get back into this hockey game.
Well, that time we saw Plattsburgh High School turning the puck over at center ice, and it resulted in pressure from Northeastern Clinton as Jamie Gadway, number 2, was doing a nice job pressuring the puck. Stanton behind him after turning the puck over and hooked him down. So a minute and a half power play coming up for the Cougars, and they really need something here, Rick, to get some momentum and really give them a boost and see if they can't pick them up here in the second period.
Well, we're taping this game on the eve of medal round play of the Olympics. Any prediction for the men's hockey?
Sweden looks very good, but so has the United States. But the way Sweden has played, very impressive, and I think they probably are the favorite, but the U.S. has had excellent emotion and seems to have very good chemistry. Hopefully they'll continue to do well.
So you're picking Sweden?
Don't put me on the spot like that.
I'll take Russia. Here come the Cougars. Shot. Score! Holy cow! Stedman had it in his glove. It trickled through, and the shot from James Jeanette puts Northeastern on the board. A power play goal just 23 seconds in. Boy, if you're Plattsburgh High School, you got to be wondering about that one.
Well, certainly from the Cougars, that's exactly what the doctor ordered. They needed something to pick them up, give them some momentum, and that is the first real positive, aside from some of the great saves by Mitchell, which has gone on throughout this game, but a real positive from the Northeastern Clinton offense. As Jeanette throws the puck to the net, something good happens for Northeastern Clinton. And again, that's what they have to keep doing. Get the puck to the net, and good things happen at times.
So it's 3-1. And the Cougars are back within 2. Here come the Hornets, though, on the offensive attack. McCarty takes a shot. Went off the shoulder of Mitchell.
Now, you've got some momentum on the side of the Cougars at this point. They're going to want to keep that. And certainly they don't want to come back and give one up in their own end. So keep the pressure. Try to get the puck to the net. And, 2-goal lead right now for the Hornets. People often tell you that's the worst lead in hockey because you give up another one and you really start to think and worry, where's that lead going?
Shot blocked by Jeanette. Cougars control the puck. It's played out to center by Sean Casey. Was too far for Southwick. That allows Brett Purrier to pick it up behind his own net. Purrier is taken down. We're going to have a Northeastern penalty. And shortly after the Jeanette goal, he takes a penalty. And it's going to give Plattsburgh the power play, and this certainly, Rob, a good chance for the Hornets to end any momentum that the Cougars may have had going.
Yeah, tripping penalty right at the defensive blue line as Purrier was carrying the puck out of his own end quite nicely, made a move around Jeanette, and Jeanette stuck out his right leg and took Purrier down. Plattsburgh High School is going to have a chance to answer that goal that Jeanette scored for the Cougars. Again, a 2-goal lead, but Plattsburgh High School on the power play.
And we see Stanton centering with McCarty on the left and Lynch on the right. Rayville and Waite playing the point on the Hornet power play. Hornets dumping into the Cougar zone. Taken behind the net by Stanton. Stanton looking for someone open in front. Rayville heads to the net. He can't get it to him. Instead, he'll settle for Waite. Waite takes a shot. Mitchell makes the save. Puck comes loose into the corner. Behind the net, McCarty. It's it near side, Stanton. Looks for a man in front, broke it up and sent down ice by Gadway.
Rick, we haven't seen Jamie Briette since they blew that whistle. Looks like he's still a little bit shaken up down on the end of the Plattsburgh bench, but this is normally a spot where we would see him on the power play.
Here comes Waite. Up ice and across the blue line. Gets around one man, but the puck poked away by Gadway. Puck comes free, back to Rayville. He throws it into the corner for Waite. Waite circles, moves in, blast one that went wide, right under the stick of Rayville. That stick broke, goes on to Stanton, and Stanton scores, rifled it in off the post. Well, an unfortunate break for the Hornets in that the stick of Rayville broke, negating any chance of that shot going in, but the shot ended right onto the stick of Ian Stanton, who blasted it in off the goalpost.
You don't think Rayville was trying to pass that puck?
No.
Well, nonetheless, a fortunate break for Plattsburgh High School, and Stanton was there to finish. He's one of the guys on this Hornet team that if you leave him open in front of the net anywhere in the slot, always dangerous, and he made no mistake on that shot.
So after the Hornets go up by 3, both teams exchange power play goals. And the Hornets have that 3-goal lead back once again. It's 4-1. 7:50 is the time remaining here in period number 2. Try and tie it up in the far corner. Puck comes free. And the Cougars will bring it up ice. Kyle Cartier with a 3-on-2. Blasts one that's away wide. That was Southwick coming up ice. The 9 looked like a 3. Puck goes over to the far side. Hornets look to clear. And it will be taken behind the net by Boyson. He lost it. And Rabideau tried to clear it. Cougars keeping it in, but now Rossoff will play it back to Purrier, who sends it down to the Cougar zone. We're going to have a penalty here behind the play as Purrier went after one of the Cougars. The elbow came up, and this is going to give a power play back to Northeastern, and another penalty behind the play that certainly Plattsburgh can't be happy about.
Now we're at the halfway point of this game, and again, Northeastern Clinton going to have a chance to get back in here with another power play opportunity. And after cutting the deficit to 2 and surrendering that last power play goal, again, it's going to be important for the Cougars to capitalize on these power play opportunities. Down by 3, halfway through this hockey game, with a power play coming up, Northeastern Clinton again really needs to cash one in.
Off the draw, puck comes down into the Cougar zone and ends up in the Hornet bench, so we'll get a whistle. 7 minutes even remaining in the second period and 1:23 in the Cougar power play. Was 2-0 after one. Hornets scored quickly to start the second period. Cougars answered on a power play opportunity. That was followed by a penalty to Jeanette. It took the Hornets about a minute on their power play to go back up by 3. In front, shot, and it went off the mesh. They had Gadway open in front. He was able to get his stick on it, and it went just wide. Rayville ties it up with Gadway. The puck comes free. Gadway looks for a man in front. Nobody there. Settles to go back to the point. They play it over to the far side. Stanton tried to break it up. Ryan Casey couldn't get to it first, and the Hornets play it to center. Gadway throws it in front. Broken up by Stanton and played back out to center. They tried to find Jeanette breaking to the front of the net, but he could not get to it. Waite ties up his man. Giveaway 2-on-none. Stanton, Waite, and he can't get off the shot. And the net comes free. Big mistake there by the Cougars, giving it up a 2-on-none in their own zone while they're on the power play. But fortunately for Northeastern and Roy Mitchell, Plattsburgh really never got off a decent shot.
Now, the pass that Stanton tried to get over to Trevor Waite was a little bit deep into his feet, and he wasn't able to get his stick onto it. But have to be very careful when you try to move the puck. Those passes.
Rayville with a shot. Mitchell got a piece of that. He never saw it, though. And it looked as though he may have some problems with that right shoulder. That got him up high, and he certainly appears to be in a bit of discomfort down to our left. 8 seconds remaining in the power play. Kept in at the point. They tried to get it to Jeanette. Now the Hornets pick it up. Hornets back at full strength. Dumped in by Jason McCarty. Far side, Manette. Couldn't clear it. Rayville had it poke checked away and said he'll settle for the backhand. They try to get a man in front. Mitchell makes a nice kick save. Kept in at the point, though. They go to the right side. Rayville shot. Deflection in front and another save by Mitchell. Plattsburgh peppering Roy Mitchell, but he's been great so far. Now another shot. Mitchell makes the save. Hornets get another opportunity in front. Mitchell with another couple of saves, and finally he'll pounce on it. And Rob, over this 4 or 5 second span, Mitchell was forced to make numerous saves in front of the net, and I still think that shoulder may be bothering him a little bit.
He's had that injury throughout the course of the season. Several times this year he's taken a shot off the shoulder, collarbone area, and I know it's forced him out of a couple of games earlier in the year, but he's going to tough this one out. Certainly if the Cougars are going to hang around in this game, he's going to have to really play tough as we approach the end of this second period. Cougars were really at the end of a long shift, and they needed a whistle, and Mitchell was able to pounce on that puck.
5 minutes to go in the second, and the Cougars are being outshot 29-7. Puck comes loose in front, where Colomb skates out with it for the Cougars. He's content to dump it into the Hornet zone. Now behind the net, Colomb battles for it, along with Purrier. Puck comes loose to the far side. Southwick tried to play it in, intercepted. Cougars get it back, shot. Stedman made the save, looked around behind him for it. And finally, Stedman able to cover up, but he certainly was not sure that he had the save in the first place.
Well, again, that goes back to a point that I talked about earlier in the first period. He hasn't seen a whole lot of shots, and sometimes you really lose your focus. But every time Northeastern Clinton has thrown the puck at the net, he seems to be fighting the puck at this point, and that's largely due to the lack of work that he's had. So if you're Northeastern, you want to keep doing that. Throw the puck to the net, and he's leaving rebounds, sometimes misplaying the puck, and see if something good can happen for the Cougars.
4.5 minutes remaining in period number 2. You're watching Hometown Cable's coverage of Section 7 quarterfinal playoff action. The Northeastern Cougars and the Plattsburgh High School Hornets from the Stafford Ice Arena in Plattsburgh. Hornets control it off the face-off. The pass was a bit too far for Stanton, and the Hornets are going to be called for the icing. Well, Saranac Lake comes into the playoffs this year as the number 1 seed in Division II. The number 2 seed was Lake Placid. They'll be hosting the championship game. Plattsburgh was the number 3 seed. The 4 and 5 seeds are battling it out tonight at the Lake City Arena. That's Saranac and Beekmantown, and that certainly is a game, Rob, where anything can happen.
Saranac's beat them twice. Beekmantown beat them the first time that they played. They played 3 times this year, and I wouldn't want to predict that one. I think Saranac owns a couple of 2-goal victories over them. Over Beekmantown. Beekmantown has a victory, like we said, over Saranac, so that game could go anyway. In the other games, Lake Placid and certainly this one, you would think that the higher seed was the prohibitive favorite.
Plattsburgh can win this one. It would set up a Plattsburgh-Lake Placid battle in Lake Placid later on in this week. If Northeastern can win it, odds are that they would have to go to Saranac Lake and play the Redskins, or the Red Storm, I should say. Here comes Stanton and across the blue line. Takes a shot. Mitchell with a glove save. Puck comes loose. And Briette with it. Centers it. One shot. Mitchell made the save. Cleared it over the corner. Stanton gets it back again. Centers it for Briette. Back to Stanton. The give and go, and he scores.
Well, a nice play moving the puck down low. This line for Plattsburgh High School has been tough all season long. And you see why. As they go tic-tac-toe, Ian Stanton moves to the front of the net, gets Roy Mitchell down, and is able to put the puck up underneath the top shelf. And things aren't looking very good right now for Northeastern Clinton, down by 4 goals late in the second period. And I think the biggest worry on the part of the Cougars is the limited number of opportunities they've been able to have offensively.
Mitchell has certainly got to be frustrated. He's seen his team outshot 31-8, but without his stellar play, this could easily be like 11 or 12-1.
It's no surprise. Roy is arguably the best goalie in the Champlain Valley Athletic Conference and has been just a stalwart in goal for the Cougars the last 2-3 years. He is a senior in Northeastern Clinton and will have real big shoes to fill next year.
Cougars with it now, down by 4. Backhander that got a piece of Stedman's shoulder. Puck loose in the corner. That's a dangerous play as Rabideau tried to clear it. It went off the side of the net, and Stedman had to poke it back behind the net. Puck comes loose at center, dumped in by Rabideau. Cougars look to play it back out to center. Jamie Gadway now in across the Hornet blue line. 2:45 to go. Gadway gets around one man, takes it in front, and can't get off the shot as Rabideau did a nice job preventing Gadway from getting a shot off on Stedman. Here comes a break. In all alone for the Hornets. Brandon Brown, shot, save, rebound, loose in front, and Mitchell outstanding again. Holy cow, Rob, the saves just get better.
Well, excellent pressure again from Plattsburgh as Mitchell comes up with 3 saves, and he's just pulling them out of his hat at this point. Roy Mitchell doing a great job, and Northeastern Clinton really needs to try to focus and get back into the defensive zone and try to help Mitchell out. As we've said before, Rick, this game could be way out of hand score-wise were it not for the superhuman efforts of Roy Mitchell.
I'm sure there's got to be some college coaches who have had their eye on Mitchell the way he's played. "17 shots on goal for Plattsburgh High School in this period. We've still got 2.5 minutes to go. McCarty looks to center it. Broken up, gets it back. And that one broken up in front by Sean Casey. His pass was a bit too far for Eric LeBlanc. And McCarty circles in front of his own net. Up across the blue line. Now to center. McCarty skates it into the Cougar zone. Drops it there for Lynch. Lynch circles. Tried to get it back to McCarty, but it was broken up. Lynch comes back. Picks it up. Takes it into the corner. Ridden into the boards by Jeanette. Puck comes free to McCarty. Tried to play it back to the point, but it's intercepted by Northeastern and played out to center, where Brett Purrier has it for the Hornets. Purrier plays it up ice. And here comes Lynch. His shot went wide. Puck comes all the way out to center. Southwick skates around Darren Boyson. Try and tie it up in the corner. Carty comes in to help out. His pass for Rossoff was broken up and played into the corner by Casey. Puck loose in front. Stedman had to poke it away at the last minute. Now Stedman throws a punch. Stedman threw a punch at John Southwick, and that certainly is going to draw a penalty because he did it right in front of the officials.
Southwick went to the goal and made contact with Stedman. Stedman gets up, and the referee should be down there checking on them, but Stedman gets up, and he just clobbers him with the blocker.
I think there may have been some contact that actually forced Southwick into the crease. But as you said, when Stedman got up, he took a shot at him, and with 1:05 to go in the period, if there's anything that can give Northeastern a little bit of a boost going into the break, that would be getting a power play goal right here to cut the Hornet lead down to 5-2.
We certainly would like to have something positive to build on going into the locker room after 2 periods, and a power play goal here could do that.
Their lone goal in the contest did come on the power play earlier in this period. Puck loose in the Hornet zone. Stanton has it. He tries to backhand one out. It's kept in by Southwick. Southwick waits, winds up in a shot that got blocked by Padula. Puck comes loose into the corner. Padula looks to clear it out. Padula tied up by Gadway. Yeah, he's ridden into the boards by Jeanette. Puck comes free. Stanton with it. Gave it away. Here in front. Shot scored! Jamie Gadway off the giveaway makes it 5-2 and don't go anywhere quite yet.
Cutting the deficit to 3 goals, that's a big one, especially when you score inside 30 seconds remaining in the period. And should give Northeastern a boost going into the locker room, provided that they can, hang on here, not give up another one in with just 25 seconds remaining in the period. But a nice move by Gadway. Got Stedman to go down, deked him to the glove side, slid the puck underneath it. Excellent move by Jamie Gadway.
25 seconds remaining in the second. And Northeastern connects on their second power play goal on just their 10th shot of the game. They make it 5-2. Cougars dump it into the Hornet zone. Takes a strange bounce right onto the stick of Padula with 10 seconds to go. Hornets try to get something going. Stanton comes in. Looked like it was offside. Stanton now hauled down on the play, and we're going to have a penalty to Southwick. So 4 seconds remaining in the period. Plattsburgh's going to go on the power play.
Southwick, I think, a little bit fatigued, and that's the kind of penalty that you take when you are tired. Was afraid that he was beat to the outside, didn't want to give up a good scoring chance late in the period, and elected to haul down Jamie Briette, number 17.
So the face-off will be at the left of Roy Mitchell. Stanton takes the draw against Gadway. They'll probably try and get it back to the point so Waite can blast away. Waite will get one shot, but that's high and wide as the second period comes to a close. Well, after one, Rob, it was 2-0 Plattsburgh. They play the second period with a 3-2 Plattsburgh score, setting up 5-2 with 15 minutes to go, and the Hornets out shooting Northeastern 34-10. I believe it was 17-5 after the first period. So that's basically they've doubled their efforts in the second period.
Well, great job by Roy Mitchell in the goal for Northeastern Clinton. Cougars able to pick up a couple of power play goals in this game, and they're going to need to come out flying in the third period and try to generate more scoring chances and get more shots to the net if they're going to come back in this one.
We've got 15 minutes to go in this one from the Stafford Ice Arena. You're watching Hometown Cable's coverage of Section 7 playoff hockey. The Cougars trail the Hornets 5-2. Back at the Stafford Ice Arena in Plattsburgh, Rick Knowles and Rob Knowles, Spencer Grave on stats. And of course, the great Calvin T. Castine on camera. Here come the Hornets. They lead it 5-2. They're on the power play, but not any longer. Mitchell has been outstanding in net. He makes a glove save, and Rob, the scoring recap from that second period.
Quickly running down the scoring in period 2, Trevor Waite, Ian Stanton scoring 2 for Plattsburgh High School, so Waite, Stanton, and for the Cougars, Jeanette and Gadway with the goals both on the power play.
So 70 seconds remaining in this Hornet power play as they try to get a 4-goal lead. Here comes Briette for the Hornets. He had it poke checked away, but it goes right under the stick of Stanton. Back to Briette in front. Rayville tries to get a backhander off, but instead he'll circle, throw it back to the point, but Waite couldn't control it. 45 seconds left in the Hornet power play. At the blue line, Hornets look to regroup. Stanton brings it in, takes a blast off the back glass. Rebound comes loose in front. Played by McCarty into the corner. Briette, point, Rayville, blocked in front. 25 on the power play. Rayville keeps it in. Gadway there for the Cougars to try to poke it free. Puck comes outside. And the Hornets regroup. Dumped in by Briette. Strange bounce, goes right under the stick of Kyle Cartier. He could not clear as Waite was able to keep it in. And now finally the Cougars get it out to center with 5 seconds remaining on the Plattsburgh power play. Here's Waite. He left it for Briette. And the Cougars back at full strength. And they got an open break, but the pass was behind Ryan Casey, and that will lead to an icing call against Northeastern.
We were checking out some of the fine work of Spencer Graves, who was doing a shot chart for us, and after 2 periods, the Hornets had 34 shots on goal. 31 of the 34 shots were from the top of the circles down. And when you're getting shots in that area, high percentage shots, but Roy Mitchell has been up to the task on most of them.
There you see Spencer Graves hard at work.
Being a physical education teacher, we just caught Spencer in a rare moment.
The only thing missing is the cup of coffee. 13 to go in the third. And the Hornets lead it 5-2. Both teams back at full strength. Southwick throws it in behind the Hornet net. LeBlanc tried to center one, went off the back of the net. And here comes Lynch up ice for the Hornets across the blue line. Motors around one man, around another. Shot saved by Mitchell, and he clears it. Cougars could not get it out of the zone. Dumped right back in by Purrier. Southwick tries to clear. Purrier again keeps it in. Goes over to the far side where Kyle Hicks picks it up for the Cougars. LeBlanc, his pass was too far for James Jeanette, and again, Northeastern will be called for icing.
I just want to clarify, Rick, that I did not take Sweden. I didn't take anyone. So don't go trying to, say that I took Sweden.
You said they were the best team and the favorite.
No, I didn't say they were the best team or favorite. I can't believe you're taking the Russians.
We need to go back to the videotape and check this out. You said Sweden was playing the best of anybody in the tournament, and you thought they were the favorite to win. Yes, I did pick the Soviet Union, or the former Soviet Union, now Russia.
Well, I'm still shocked at that. Wayne Gretzky, of course, is mad at every American for rooting against Canada.
Wayne Gretzky forgets where he made most of his money. It certainly wasn't in Edmonton. Hornets on it. Stanton circles out in front, fakes a shot, now sends one wide into the far corner. Gadway plays it up to center, 2-on-1. Casey was open in front, and Stedman comes out to dive on it, and he gets a snow face.
Jamie Gadway going to the net, stopped quick and gave Joe Stedman a shower of snow, but they had it. They had a 2-on-1 opportunity there, and nice play by the Hornet defenseman who was back to break up the 2-on-1.
About 15 seconds rolled off the clock and went from 12:22 down to 12:07. I think they're going to call up and make that correction as the clock continued to roll well after the whistle. And certainly some of the fans saw it here on the near side, and I think referee Bob Zuckerman caught it as well, as they're going to run it down and reset the clock. Is this a case of hometown scoreboard operation?
Absolutely not. It's a case of probably too good a conversation up in the score box between Bob Pooler and Don Briette.
So they will reset the scoreboard?
Who, incidentally, I should say, are probably among the top off-ice officials of any high school team in CVAC.
They're probably talking about the word that you picking Sweden to win the gold medal.
Back to the game.
5-2, Hornets lead it. Here comes Stanton in all alone. Stanton shot, score. They got Stanton breaking out quickly, and he was able to get behind a couple of Cougar defenders to make it 6-2.
Well, the Hornets taking that one right out of Team Sweden's notebook as they were able to sneak Stanton behind the defense. That's what the Swedes try to do all the time, confuse the defense, get them looking all around, and Stanton was able to do that, snuck behind the Cougar defense. A nice pass as he broke across the blue line, walked in alone, and I believe that's his fourth goal of the game.
Briette and Padula get the assists. That gives Plattsburgh their largest lead of the evening, 6-2. Cougars try to come back. Gadway shot. Stedman makes the save. Stedman certainly has not been tested in this game. That was just the 11th shot on goal of the game for Northeastern. Puck rolls into Roy Mitchell. He puts it behind the net where Sean Casey tries to break out. He ran into Casey Rabideau. Ryan Casey up for Jamie Gadway. He got knocked off the puck by Sandwick. Sarah Sandwick controls it for the Hornets, falls down, and here comes Gadway. Sandwick gets it back, circles behind her own net, plays it off the boards, but not out. Kept in by Casey. Now the puck comes free to center. Sean Casey will dump it into the Hornet zone. Stedman leaves it behind his own net where Brett Purrier plays it off the boards. Kept in right side by Cartier. Puck loose in front, now trickles behind the net. Hornets can't clear. Kept in by Casey. Gets the puck, stolen away, and here comes a break. Jason McCarty in on nets. Can't get off a good shot. He was being checked from behind, and Mitchell was able to make the save. Now Cartier behind his own net, plays it near side for Gadway. Puck comes free, backhander, wait! And another big save by Mitchell. 9:45 to go in this one. Hornets 6, Cougars 2, but it could be much worse than that. Mitchell's been great in the nets for Northeastern. There's a shot from Southwick that went wide. Puck comes free into the Cougar zone. Kyle Hicks plays it behind his own net. Southwick couldn't get to it. Here comes Stanton in on net looking for number 5. Mitchell makes the save. Puck loose in front. Comes free and Southwick has it. Southwick content to dump it in on Stedman. And another anxious moment there for Joe Stedman. And he just did the wise thing and pounced on it.
Well, the Hornets looking in very good shape right now. 9 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in period number 3. They've come out with another strong offensive period these first 6 minutes. I believe the Cougars perhaps with one shot on goal to this point in the period. So a nice effort by Plattsburgh High School to come out in the third period and totally take control of this game. And really the Cougars are in considerable trouble late in the third period.
It certainly looks as though the Hornets have a ticket to Lake Placid for later in the week for a matchup against the Beanie Blue Bombers. 9:09 to go in the game, and Plattsburgh up by 4. Hornets back on the offensive attack. The shot from Briette. Mitchell made the save. His 35th save of the ball game. Here come the Cougars breaking out. Kyle Hicks in across the blue line. Puck rolls in on Stedman. And again, he's content to just pounce on it and force a face-off deep in Plattsburgh territory. Well, they just announced to the crowd that Rob Knowles picked Sweden to win, and that certainly got a round of applause from the many fans here in attendance. Rayville with the bucket, center ice for the Hornets. Moves it in across the blue line. Mitchell makes the glove save, and he covers up.
We've talked a lot about the Hornet forwards. I'm just ignoring that last remark. We've talked a lot about the Hornet forwards in this game, but defensively the Hornets have a lot of skill as well, especially Chris Rayville, number 3, who is an outstanding backliner for the Hornets. Logs a lot of ice time and has played well throughout this entire season.
Face-off will be to the left of Mitchell. Comes back to Rayville. Shot save. Mitchell another save as the rebound went right onto the stick of Ryan Lynch. 44-12 shots on goal in this contest. Lynch battles forward in the near corner. McCarty comes in to help out for Plattsburgh. Gadway there for the Cougars. Now Gadway comes out at center. In across the blue line. Gadway waits. A nice job poking the puck away by David Capita. Backhanded shot went over the shoulder of Stedman. Hornets play it to center. Taken there by Cartier. Dumps it into the Hornet zone. Gadway tries to move in. Can't get off the shot. Puck trickles free into the corner where it's played off the backboard. And now McCarty with it. McCarty gets up to the blue line. Here comes a 2-on-1. Lynch has passed over for Rossoff. David couldn't control it. A couple of Cougars ran into each other in front of the net. 7 minutes, 15 seconds to go, and we're going to have a roughing penalty. Rossoff goes to the box for the Hornets, and that will give Northeastern a power play.
Jamie Gadway continues to work hard for the Cougars, hustling back and tying up Rossoff on the 2-on-1, using his stick to check him and slow him down, and that resulted in frustration on the part of Rossoff and a swing. Shouldn't say a swing, but certainly an act of aggression on the part of Rossoff against Gadway, and that draws the penalty.
7 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the game. Cougars down by 4, and off the face-off. Southwick's shot stopped by Joe Stedman. It takes just 3 seconds off the power play and sets us down to 7:11 remaining in the third period. Again, the face-off will be to Stedman's right. This time the Hornets get the draw, and Waite content to just mail it down ice. Mitchell has to play it out to center, where James Jeanette lost it. Stanton got dumped. He wanted a call, won't get one. Jeanette's shot was blocked by Purrier. Puck comes free into the corner. Clome tied up. And again, Plattsburgh will send it down ice. Mitchell out of the net. To leave it for Kyle Hicks. Hicks gets ridden into the boards by Trevor Waite. Southwick comes in to help out, but Waite doing a nice job tying up the puck, and that's going to force the face-off. They're going to bring the face-off outside the zone. With 44 seconds remaining in the Cougar power play, 6:28 to go here in the third period. It's 6-2 in favor of the Hornets.
I just hope this game.
On the draw, Briette for the Hornets, Jeanette for the Cougars. Face-off controlled by the Hornets. Backhanded in. And now the Cougars trying to get something going with 30 seconds remaining on the power play. They trail by 4. They need a goal right here, right now. Mitchell leaves it behind the net for Keenan Manette. Manette's pass up to the far side for Coulombe. Back near side for Jeanette. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Jeanette circles, brings it up to center, now and across the blue line, takes his shot, bounces over the net, and the Hornets control it. Both teams back to full strength. 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the game. Hornets 6, Cougars 2. Here comes a chance in front for Southwick. Backhander went wide. Now behind the net, Casey tries to get it in front, and whoa, look out, that's got to be Jeanette, probably going to get tossed for that. He took a swing at one of the Hornet players. I think it might have been Jason McCarty. Yeah, they're going to open the door right off. Jeanette still wants a piece of somebody. He's giving the referees all they can handle. And he wants no part of exiting this contest. The puck came loose in front of the net. Jeanette tried to get it past Stedman. Jason McCarty came in to help out for Plattsburgh. And Jeanette's response was a two-hander to the side of McCarty's head. So he obviously has been ejected from this contest. We'll wait for the official calls from the box. McCarty may go as well, as there was some pushing and shoving going on both parts. And we'll wait and see what the officials have in store here, Rob. But that's certainly not a good scene when you see a two-hander to the side of the head like that.
Yeah, it looks like the score is certainly decisive at this point with 5 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in the game. The Hornets enjoying a 4-goal lead, and looks like the Hornets are going to go on and have another game to play. And you really don't want to have the game degenerate into poor sportsmanship or bad tactics on either team's part. And hopefully we'll be able to continue with just these 5 minutes remaining without any other kind of episodes like that one.
Well, Joe Stedman and Ryan Casey certainly have no problems. They've been carrying on a nice conversation down to our left for the last minute or so. They've got a 4-minute penalty on the board for Northeastern. Southwick has gone to the box. He will probably be serving the penalty to James Jeanette. And as we speculated, Jason McCarty has also gone to the box for Plattsburgh High School.
I think there are coincidental calls against Jeanette and McCarty, and then the additional major high sticking call on James Jeanette. In high school hockey, a major penalty is 4 minutes long. That's why you see the 4 minutes on the clock.
So now also going into the box for the Cougars will be Josh Dragoon, and he will serve one of the penalties as well. So both Southwick and Dragoon will be serving the penalties to Jeanette.
So the overall result, of course, the Hornets will have a 4-minute power play, and with just 5 minutes and 22 seconds remaining in this game, certainly a chance for them to add to their lead.
Number 3, Ryan Casey. Amendment number 5.
In front, the shot. Mitchell makes the save. Backhander, another save. They score on the rebound. Hornets make it 7-2 as the puck came free to Briette. And he got the backhander past Mitchell. So the penalties to a minor, a major, and a game disqualification.
And that major will stay on the clock. It will not come off. A major penalty stays up, so the Hornets will continue on the power play. Roy Mitchell making 3 saves, the fourth one not able to get to as it eluded him and snuck between the pads, and Briette on the goal.
So it's now 7-2, and Plattsburgh will have a power play for the majority of the time remaining in this hockey game.
Assisting on the Plattsburgh goal, number 8, Keegan Stanton, and number 3,
Stanton and Rayville get the assists on the Jamie Briette goal. Puck loose in the Cougar zone. Hornets still on the power play as a result of the major penalty to Jeanette. Gadway tries to bring it up ice all on his own. It's across the blue line before he's knocked off the puck by Sarah Sandwick. Pass up ice was too far for Braden Brown, and the end result will be the Hornets being called for icing.
Coach Matt Rogers, Plattsburgh High School, putting out players on the third line for this power play opportunity and giving them a chance to skate with the man advantage. Sarah Sandwick back out, number 2. Brown, number 12. Casey Rabideau, number 11. All on the third line, and Coach Rogers using them late in the hockey game with a 5-goal advantage.
Three minutes remaining on the Hornet power play. 4:22 to go in the game. Hornets up by 5. Cougars dump it in behind the Hornet net. Gadway ties it up with Rayville. Puck sent down ice. And again, Plattsburgh will be called for the icing. It's not very often you see a team on the power play called for icing twice in a row in a matter of 10 seconds.
Well, but the Hornets, again, using players from the third line, maybe not used to the breakout or quite up to speed on what they should be doing with the power play opportunity. And give credit to Coach Rogers for getting some of these players out with this opportunity to, again, skate with a player advantage.
There's some more names that we haven't called a lot out there now for the Hornets. Abby Graves, number 23, is out there for Plattsburgh High School on this shift. She's playing alongside David Rossoff and Jamie Briette. Briette gets it to Graves. She couldn't get off the shot. And here comes Gadway. He's content to dump it in on Stedman, who makes the easy save and leaves it for Padula. Here's Graves at center, in across the blue line. One person to beat, couldn't do it. Puck comes free to Briette, backhander, Graves in front, shot saved by Mitchell. Puck tied up behind the Cougar net. Comes free now to Graves. Looks for someone in front. Instead gets it back to Briat. He plays it to the point. Dan Padula couldn't control it. Puck comes outside the zone, and the Hornets will have to regroup. 3:10 to go in the game. 150 in the power play. Graves with a shot. Mitchell makes the stick save. Puck comes loose behind the net. Hornets still on the power play. They get it to Graves. She winds up blast. Mitchell save. And the Cougars able to clear. Abby Graves has had about 4 shots on goal this last shift, Rob.
Hornets do have 2 girls on the roster. Sarah Sandwick, who we've seen a couple of shifts. She wears number 2. Abby Graves, who wears number 23. Same uniform number that her brother Colby used to wear when he played at Plattsburgh High School. Graduated last year. And good opportunity. Certainly, if there's one area of hockey that has really taken off locally, it's girls hockey. And Abby has played girls hockey and does a nice job there with a excellent shift on the power play. Several opportunities. I think she must have had 3 or 4 shots.
127 on the Hornet power play. 2:49 to go in the game. Plattsburgh 7 and Northeastern Clinton 2. Shots on goal in the game. Hornets 48, Cougars 14. And here comes Waite at center. That's Sandwick on his left. And another Sandwick on his right, and Sarah Sandwick gets the goal! Holy cow!
You don't usually hear a big roar from the crowd when a team is ahead by 5 goals, but Sarah Sandwick, her first goal for Plattsburgh High School, she's a senior, and that's quite an event for Sarah Sandwick, number 2, as she scores her first high school goal.
Is that quite possibly the first goal scored by a woman in Plattsburgh High School hockey history?
Oh, actually, at one point, Kim Hokinson played for Plattsburgh High School, and she right now is the head coach at Cortland State, and she played at PHS, oh boy, back in the early 90s. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Kim Hokinson scored a goal also.
Well, the night is over for Roy Mitchell as he comes to the bench.
Now playing goal for Northeastern Clinton, number 30, Kyle Buskey.
Kyle Buskey, the new goaltender
Timeout, Northeastern Clinton.
for Northeastern.
Kyle Bushy is in goal. He's
I made the mistake of listening to Bob Pooler.
Kyle is an interesting story. He played a lot of street hockey and decided this year to go for regular ice hockey, and he's actually done a real nice job for somebody who had not played ice hockey before and basically all street hockey. And he has played several minutes this year for Northeastern Clinton, and he's done well.
So Kyle Bushy in the nets for Northeastern Clinton for this final 2 minutes and 31 seconds. It's 8-2. Northeastern Clinton trailing the Hornets. Plattsburgh will advance, and they will take on Lake Placid in the semifinals. McCarty came in with it for the Hornets. Puck played back out to center. 50 seconds remaining in the Plattsburgh power play. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the game. Purrier with the puck for the Hornets at center. He's content to dump it in, but it goes right onto the stick of Sean Casey. And he dumps it in on Stedman. Stedman makes the glove save and plays it into the corner. 30 seconds to go in the Hornet man advantage. Darren Boyson with a shot that's away wide. Puck comes all the way out to center, where it's picked up by Purrier. He tried to dump it in. Puck goes right onto the stick of LeBlanc. He can't get it past Stedman. 10 seconds to go in the Hornet penalty. Hornet power play, rather. McCarty lost control of it. Casey Rabbit, who came in to help out. Cougars have it at center. They are back to full strength. Brett Purrier plays it to center. Kyle Cartier tried to send it back into the Hornet zone, but it went off the leg of one of the Hornet players all the way back into the Northeastern zone. Approaching a minute to go in the hockey game. Plattsburgh 8 and Northeastern 2. John Southwick moves it across the blue line. They're offside on the far side. Jason McCarty brings it out for the Hornets. McCarty winds up shot, saved by Bushy, and he will cover up and force the face-off with 45 seconds to go. And the Hornets on top by 6.
The Plattsburgh High School will move on to play a Lake Placid team that has really shown considerable improvement over the last half of the season. Coach Phil Beanie, one of the top coaches in the CVAC, and they'll provide a difficult test for this Plattsburgh High School team, especially in Lake Placid where they play on the Olympic-size ice, and the Blue Bombers know how to take full advantage of that.
That last shot was the 50th shot of the game for PHS. Puck loose in front. Graves tried to get it past, but Kyle Bushy was up to the task, and he says, not this time. So it'll force another face-off, and don't be surprised if the Hornets try to get the puck to number 23.
I'm thinking back, I'm still not sure if Hokinson ever scored a goal or not. It may be the first goal that a girl player has scored for Plattsburgh High School, the one scored by Sarah Sandwick. But memory serves me right, I think Kim Hokinson might have scored one too.
Puck was not kept in, and we're going to have an offside call with 30 seconds to go. Graves will stay out there for the Hornets.
But again, since that mishap that we had with about 5.5 minutes to go, there has not been any kind of activity that will bring down either team or this game. So that certainly has been positive.
Cougars play it out to center. Gadway in across the line. The last one, Stedman made the save. Now Rayville in front, clears it up to center. 10 seconds remaining in the game. Kyle Hicks with it for Northeastern. Intercepted. Shot. Saved by Bushy. Puck loose into the corner. Graves has it there. She's ridden into the boards. 2 seconds to go, and that will do it.
Shots on goal in the period. Plattsburgh High School 17, Northeastern Clinton 5.
17-5. Were the shots on goal, believe it or not, in each period. 17-5 in the first, 17-5 in the second, and 17-5 in the third, for a game total of 51 shots for the Hornets, 15 for the Cougars, 8-2 the final score. And Rob, without the great play of Roy Mitchell in the nets for Northeastern, this game certainly could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, and it's sad to see a fine career like Roy Mitchell's at Northeastern Clinton come to an end. This is the last game that he'll play in goal for the Cougars, as well as several other seniors on the NCCS roster, and he has been just an exceptional goaltender for this Cougar program. And there have been all kinds of games through his career where he faced an incredible number of shots. He's always stood tall and always carried himself very well, and he's represented Northeastern Clinton tremendously, as has many of the seniors who will be or who have just played their last high school hockey game.
And if you've got to look to a player of the game for Plattsburgh High School, you certainly can't look past Ian Stanton with 4 goals on the night.
Yeah, Ian Stanton played well and was able to solve Roy Mitchell, which wasn't easy to do on 4 occasions. But the Hornets with a convincing win. I thought they skated well. I thought they moved the puck well. Northeastern Clinton, I thought, looked a little bit sluggish, and certainly the Hornets were able to take advantage of their quickness and their speed. And, they come out on the top end of the score tonight.
So for Plattsburgh High School, next up on the table will be the Lake Placid Blue Bombers.
You would think.
If Lake Placid can get by Tupper Lake this evening, and that's the game in which they would most likely be a heavy favorite. So Plattsburgh High School will move on to the semifinals and be on the road in Lake Placid. The other game will, of course, feature Saranac Lake against either Beekmantown or Saranac, and certainly that game is a toss-up, and you'd be foolish to try to pick a winner in that game.
Well, between Saranac Lake, Beekmantown, Saranac, Plattsburgh, Lake Placid, all 5 of those teams, on a given night, one team playing their best, another team a little bit off, and any of those 5 teams could knock off one or the other. So I think it's still wide open from this point out. I wouldn't be surprised to see any one of those 5 teams win the Division II Section 7 championship.
Thanks to Spencer Graves for his work on the stats tonight. So for Rob Knowles and Calvin Castine, I'm Rick Knowles saying so long from the Stafford Ice Arena, where the Plattsburgh Hornets defeat the Northeastern Cougars by a score of 8-2.
This is Calvin Castine. It's July 16th, 2002. It's a Tuesday evening, and we're at Shazy Central Rural School, and as you might expect, there's a soccer game going on here at Shazy Central Rural School. But the focus of our interest tonight is Clinton County Firemen's League softball. We are almost, that is, not entirely, but almost embarrassed to admit that this is the first firemen's game that we have done this year. Nobody sent us a schedule. And it seems like every Tuesday night we are tied up doing something or another. It's the Cherubusco-Ellenburg Depot team here to face the Shazy squad. Greg Pupor is going to lead it off for Busco. Busco in the Depot here to face Shazy. Bob Misek on the pitching rubber. Looks like Ward Dwight is presently calling the balls and strikes. Let's see, Misek's battery mate, we'll give you that in a moment. That ball is hit through the left side for a base hit. Pupor is going to round. He's going to try to stretch it, and he'll be safely in at second base. Let's see, catching is Charles Holtzclaw. First base is Craig Bosley. Second baseman is Danny Parent. Shortstop is Andrea Bellegarde. And at third base, it's Gary Barcombe. This is Delton Pupor. He's an outfielder tonight with Scott Bombard handling the pitching duties. Look out.